Hey, what is up, my fearless networking friends? Todd Falcone here, back with another episode. Today we're going to talk about how do you improve your chances of success in network marketing. First of all, I think what we need to do is get rid of the word chance, right? Eliminate the whole, I know the title says how to improve or how to increase or how to, whatever your chances for success. But I think removing chance from the equation is going to enable you to make sure that you succeed in this business. Now, look, here's the thing. The network marketing profession is a level playing field from the standpoint of it doesn't matter what your education is, what your background is, what your race, what your religion, what sex you are. There's nothing that discriminates in a network marketing compensation plan. What does make the difference is how the people act within the compensation plan. As we've probably seen, and I don't know who's watching or listening, but you see some people take off and you see other people not take off. And it's like, well, what's the difference between this person here who takes off and they go crush it and this person who just constantly struggles? Now, the one thing that for sure is, while it's not, there's no discrimination from, education, race, religion, sex, all of that. What you bring to the table is the discriminating factor, right? Your work ethic, your commitment level to seeing something through to the end, your focus on the right activities over an extended period of time, your ability to bounce back from a setback or a knockdown, right? Your ability to, stand back up after you've gotten knocked down. If you had a bad day or you had a bad prospect or a bad experience, your ability to come back from those experiences. These are all determining factors, but they're not. It's not like you don't have them. So if you're struggling in network marketing, or you've struggled in the past and you're like, okay, I don't want to struggle anymore. I want to make sure that this thing works for me. I think it's really important to take an inventory and remove chance from the equation, right? Just remove chance from the equation and decide for yourself that you're going to do this business. Like one of the things I've like almost every stage I speak on, one of the very first things I talk about, especially if it's a new audience, is you got to make a decision, man. You got to make the decision that you're going to do the business until you succeed. And a real decision is immediately followed up by action, by never ending action until you get done whatever it is that you're seeking to get done, right? So, but a lot of people get involved in network marketing and they just kind of, they're messing around, they're hobbying around with it, and they wonder why they're not succeeding. So if you want to remove chance from the equation and just increase your ability to succeed, so removing chance, how to improve your chances of success, how to improve how to be successful in this business. Well, let's look at some basic things. Now, when I started in network marketing, I didn't have any experience. I had literally zero experience in the profession. Like most people, the first time, in fact, everybody that comes to network marketing for the first time has no experience. And so having no experience in the business, I was seeking expertise. I was seeking know-how, seeking understanding. So I plugged into every training I could. I listened to every audio cassette back in the day that I could. I attended every seminar, every training. I paid attention to other people that were succeeding when I wasn't. And so one of the very first things that I did was number one, I made a decision I was going to do it. Number two, I started to do it. I started to act in spite of not being good, having no skills, having no experience. So I started to, do, if you will, not really seeing great results, but I was taking the action and I was creating experiences for learning because I was taking action. I was taking the right kinds of action. I was exposing people to my opportunity and to my products. Maybe not in an effective manner, but I was certainly doing it. And then I was making sure, and this is the important thing that you want to look at, is paying attention to other people that you have similarities to, or that you maybe look up to in your business that have created success or are creating success, and see if you can look at what they're doing and copy that, right? So if somebody has, like, look at a recipe, for example. You got your grandma's chocolate chip, amazing chocolate chip cookie recipe. Well, I mean, the best way for you to make those chocolate chip cookies the way grandma made them is to have grandma give you the recipe and for you to follow the recipe to the T. Like, not reinventing the wheel, not going, well, I'm going to put this in instead of that. I'm going to cook them for 17 minutes rather than 12 minutes. I'm going to take out this flour and add this, or whatever it might be. It's the same thing here in network marketing. So if you want to increase your odds of creating success, if you want to essentially guarantee your success, you got to make the decision that you're going to do it. The decision needs to be followed up by action. That means you're committed to, I'm doing this. I'm doing the do. I'm doing this until I succeed, with no exit option. Like this, like I constantly talk about this, like as one of my first points on platforms I speak on. And because most people, like honestly, like a good percentage, probably 70% of people that get involved in network marketing, they're in and they haven't really made the commitment. You know, they think they have, but then they haven't, because had they made the commitment, they would have backed up that commitment with never-ending action, the right kinds of action, and not this hit and miss. I'm hot to trot one day, I'm not the next day, I'm off for a week, I'm back on. They make a commitment to do the business and to stay focused on getting good at the things that would get them good, the things that we need to do: prospecting, exposing, presenting, being in front of a camera perhaps, or being, Facebook Lives, or addressing objections, if you will, or knowing how to enroll people, understanding your compensation plan, being able to interview someone and identify needs, wants, desires, things like that in a comfortable way. I did a video about, I think last week's video was on the subject of interviewing versus pitching. And look, I mean, this business from a technical degree of difficulty scale isn't that hard. I'm not saying it's not hard work, it's hard work. And it takes commitment, and it takes time, and it takes patience. But if you want to ensure that you're going to succeed in the business, it involves you making the commitment, the decision that you're going to do the business until, no matter what obstacle, roadblock, setback, knockdown, whatever happens, you're like, okay, I made the decision, so I'm getting up. And I think a lot of times people get frustrated. Like I hear this all the time. I'm frustrated, I'm discouraged. Well, why? Okay, so fine, I've been frustrated and discouraged. But when you're frustrated and discouraged, what most people do is they quit. But somebody who's made a decision, they don't quit. They just go, I'm going to move through this frustration, this temporary moment of whatever it is, and I'm going to move past it because I've made the decision. And they're going to get back to those revenue producing activities that they know they need to be doing, but maybe you got knocked down talking to somebody. Somebody, said they were going to join and didn't, or somebody was not so nice to you and you engaged them in conversation and made fun of you because you're doing your own thing and you took it personally. So to me, like, look, here we are again, depending on when you're watching this, of course. I mean, I'm producing this at the tail end of the year, moving into the new year. And, people are thinking about, how do I do better? How do I improve the results that I'm getting? Making sure that you're focused on revenue producing activities, making sure that you're, surrounding yourself with, people that are lifting you up and encouraging you, that you're not buying somebody else's story. A lot of people buy broke people's stories. They buy their, you'll never win at that. And only the people at the top, or this, whatever the thing is. And they buy somebody's story who's never even been involved in network marketing. The only story I'm buying is somebody who has made a bunch of money in network marketing. I'm going to figure out what the heck they did, and I'm going to do my best to copy and replicate what they did so I can start to see success, which is exactly what I did early on in my network marketing career. I found somebody who was 27, I was 22, and I was like, hey, this guy's producing stuff. I'm going to try to talk like he talks and walk like he walks and, say the things that he's saying in the way that he's saying them, and I started to see success. And I also made sure that I kept really, the phrase I use is staying close to the fire, right? Staying close to the activity, the people that are making things happen, because in every company there's people that are making things happen and there's people that are making excuses. And so I was like, screw that. I don't want to have anything to do with the excuse makers. I want to be with the people that are making things happen, period, end of story. And I'm going to only focus and pay attention on those people, all the people that are coming up with all the reasons to win, to do, and that are taking action. So like what we do is not complicated. We talk to people about how they can improve the quality of their life, how they can have things that they maybe never thought they could have had, how they can improve different aspects of their life through the products that we bring to the table. All of whatever you sell, whatever product that you bring to the table is a value add to somebody. And somebody has a problem that helps alleviate that problem. So we're problem solvers. We're not, this business, while again, it's hard work, it takes time. And I'll tell you the other thing, if you want to increase your odds of becoming successful, your chances, if you will, of becoming successful, and I know we're alleviating the word chance, is, how long can you hang without getting the result that you think that you should have gotten, right? So, can you stay for 6 months and have not, maybe you didn't get the result that you thought you would have gotten in 6 months, and if you didn't, can you get past that 6 months and continue to trudge forward, or do you give up? A person that's gone back to the first thing that I mentioned, having made a decision, it doesn't matter. I don't care if it takes me 2-3 years, I'm going to do this until. And I think there's an important thing about focus as well. Like if you're, like this happens all the time. People come to me and they're like, look, Todd, I'm not getting results. Well, here's what I find. The people that aren't getting results, for the most part, are simply not doing the work. That's the truth. They're not doing the work. They think that they're doing the work, but if in fact, I'll do another video like one soon within the next couple weeks on this subject that'll help you to identify and figure out and know, am I really doing the work or not? And there's no gray area there. You'll know whether you're getting it done or whether you're fooling yourself into thinking that you're getting it done. So paying attention to producers, staying close to the fire, making a decision, focusing on revenue producing activities. I think we can eliminate chance from the equation if you just commit to doing the business and you work on the skills that you know that you need to work on. You focus on the right kinds of activities every single day. You've got a vision for the long haul, not just I expect this, and if I don't get this in this time frame, then I'm going to quit. I think you have to, and we've heard this like Success Book 101, quitting is not an option. The only way for you to fail is to quit. There's truth to that. I mean, even if you stink, even if you have no social skills, even if you're not really that good, if you just keep doing the deal and keep focusing on the right activities, even if you're not that good, you're going to see success. It may not happen as fast as somebody who worked on their skills, who's got charisma, who has focused on really developing themselves, which, obviously it makes sense for you to do all of that. But even if you weren't good, if you just did the activities for long enough, you'll create success here. The challenge with most people is they quit too soon. They get frustrated, they get discouraged, they give up on themselves, and then they're gone. So look, there's plenty of other resources for you to plug into. You can hit my website. If you might be on my podcast. If you're on my podcast in audio, that's great. If you are watching me on YouTube, that's great too. But if you really want to figure out how to do this business and do it really, really well, here's what you need to do. Go to toddfalcone.com/episode 59, toddfalcone.com/episode 59. There's some resources there that I think can help you in getting better at doing this business. They're free downloads off of my website. So if you're on YouTube or if you're on podcast, you can grab it there. And we'll see you on another episode. I hope you're having an amazing day. We'll see you next time.